Hello and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. We are looking at Nikola Corporation, which was up 33.61% today. Can I get a hell yeah? We're looking at this though. We are under $2. We are definitely a penny stock. We're up 33%. Over 5 days, we're up 74%. Over 15 days, we're up 21%. Still down on the 1 month. Hard to do. Up on the 3 month, up on the 6 month, and still down 76% on the daily. If we look at just the raw data here of what we see, obviously this chart below, I mean, it looks fun, but I doubt it's been any fun for anybody who's in this situation. The only thing that I can say right now is that this is 9 months of data. We still have not cracked $2. We've only broken it once, and that was on the way down. We broke it again. We couldn't hold it, and now we are back below. So when you look at the price that you see in Nikola, even though the moves are extreme, I mean, holy crap. This thing was up 33% last week on one day. It was up 3% on Friday, and then it was up 33% today. This thing traded over 200 million shares. 300 million shares today were traded just in Nikola. I don't know what the news is. I don't know what the catalyst is. All I know is that we have finally a go long. We still have go shorts in the short term, intermediate term, and longer term, and those have been the right signals. This thing essentially flashed. When I would look at it here, I would say it flashed at 151. Essentially, you got the trifecta. You were negative on the 1 day, 5 day, 15 day, and 1 month. And honestly, I'd like to pay attention to when the 1 month flips. So we would go negative on the 1 month, the 15 day, and the 15 and the 5 day back here. That was at $1.96. Obviously, that doesn't necessarily coincide with you do get two go shorts, which is very positive to see. But I would say at least here to be safe, you get three go shorts, you get two of the bearish. You're looking at across the board a rolling negative return of a 5 day, 15 day, 1 month, and you're already at a 6 month negative rolling return, which has really never been a good signal. Now we are looking at where we are now. Yeah, technically we're bullish across the board. We have a price to rise, but I think that this is really just based on the price action pulling the correlation. I'll be curious to see though, because you are seeing some bullishness in the short term. The bearishness is still in the intermediate term and the longer term, obviously very strong. We look at the rolling sentiment. What I bet here, so as we're looking at this, what's really interesting, and I actually do find to be a really valuable signal, is that this thing has gotten so low, is at 31% in terms of where the 2 day was. You can see it 31% right there, and now starting to rise. It wants to get around 50%. We do have a rising bull on the longer term. The 10 day went incredibly positive after being in a falling bear since the middle of August, people. I mean, really, it gave you like since the middle of August. August 2nd was the last good day in all of Nikola until today. Today may be a reckoning for the bulls where they are going to take over and crush the bears. But if you look at what we see here in the trading signals, it has been nothing but sadness and sadness and sadness. And when we really honestly want to think about stocks that are under $2, it isn't that you don't want to respect them. It's that you just want to understand that the volatility is insane. You think that this, something that was at $50 at one point during 2020 and is now at $1, I understand that maybe it could go back up to 50. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. And that's just probabilistically. That's just highly unlikely. Now, maybe they're going to change the world. Maybe they get bought by Tesla. I have no idea. Maybe they get bought by Apple. They become Apple's car. Just imagine the market cap of Nikola brought to you by Apple. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. All I can tell you right now is this thing is worth less than $2. But the signals are really starting to set up. I mean, this thing got down to 30% on the bearishness or on the bullishness on the 8th, excuse me. It's now back up above its 15-day moving average, which obviously you see this thing getting up to 70% back here. I can imagine that these were good days because this was June. This is when you wanted to be bullish. And now you see that you're getting a good setup. This thing maybe could go to $3. Who knows? I mean, the volume is absolutely insane for what we're seeing. It's hard to put it into numbers because the volume that we're seeing over these days are adding up to the biggest weeks in the history of the company. Even going back to 2020, when this thing was like debuting and still above $50, and the hype was so real. Look at the volatility. Volatility is weird. The volatility is falling while the correlation is negative. That actually tells you that the price is going to go up. Again, I wanted to call out, I think that the price is driving this correlation between volatility and price. The reason why I say that is because the way that this volatility is looking is very unusual. This looks like a very odd stock for something that's under $2. This actually, even the weekly volume, this volume profile has the volume profile of like an Apple. Let me show you actually just very quick, because the volume profile of Nikola shouldn't look like Apple at all. It should be more representative of a penny stock, which would have a volatility most likely similar to like, I don't know, like a crypto. You know what I mean? See, like on the daily, Apple has a very weird, volatility, very similar to Nikola. And the reason is because Apple just gets the bid. Nikola has no reason to be like that. The only reason it has something like that is because it's got some weird behavior and it's longer term volatility. And right now, what I can see right now, correlation is negative. The volatility is falling. Price should rise. We look at the top of the range. Holy crap. We could go all the way back up to 195 very reasonably. So, I mean, I probably am potentially wrong about where this could go, but I'd want to see at least the top of the range start to curl up. We want to see it curl up and rise higher because then the price will follow that. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go, subscribe to the New High Newsletter. We give you 25 stocks to your inbox every single Sunday. Stocks between $5 and $20 breaking out. Stocks breaking out to 1-year highs. Stocks breaking out to all-time highs. It's a great list to review to get your trading week started. I'll talk